Hi, it's Allanah. Welcome back to YogaYin and thank you so much for joining us. Today I'm going to take you through another egg quality sequence. You asked for it and we've got one that I put together for a student who has been trying to fall pregnant for 5 years. For the last 3 years she has been using IVF. This sequence is all about egg quality and also trying to bring her body back to a point of homeostasis. That is a point of balance because all of the IUI and the IVF have really thrown her periods out. Her periods are also really scanty. And so this sequence will be all about bringing you back to a point of optimal health for fertility, working very seriously with the liver and the gallbladder meridians for fertility. So I hope you enjoy it. A big shout out to those of you who get in touch with me and tell me, that you're really enjoying the videos and especially that you've gotten pregnant. Please do let me know if you do get pregnant while using the YogaYin videos. It's really, really wonderful to hear. It makes my day, but also it's fantastic for other women who are on this journey. And as you know, it can be a very difficult one. So it's fantastic for them. So don't be afraid to share. If you'd like to share it anonymously, that's okay too. Namaste. Hariam. So for this practice, we're going to need a couple of big size pillows or a couple of bolsters if you have them, a blanket and a strap. And if you don't have a strap, just use a scarf and that'll be fine. All right, we are going to start off in a kneeling position at the end of our mat. Don't worry if you find a kneeling position difficult, I'm not going to keep you here for long. Beautiful. When you're ready, we're just going to just straighten our spine, draw up through the crown of the head. And then you're going to inhale. I want you to interlace your fingers, palms facing outward, and take the arms long beside the ears. And from here, I want you to inhale and exhale over to your right. And inhale back to center and exhale to the left. Just so we're getting that nice long stretch down the body into the liver meridian. And then inhale, come back to center and exhale, slide your hands forward. Into pose of a child, buttocks back towards the heels. Don't worry if you can't get your buttocks all the way back to your heels, that's fine. Stretch the arms out. Two more deep breaths here. Beautiful. Now, because my student does suffer from cold in the body, we're going to move through this in a flowing motion just to keep that heat in the body building. So now we're going to inhale and we're going to come into a cat pose. And I want you to take your knees out and underneath your hips, your hands underneath your shoulders, inner elbows towards one another, fingers spread. Good. And when you're ready, you're going to inhale and open out your throat. And then you're going to exhale and curl through the spine, arch the spine like a cat, drop your head. Inhaling. Keep the belly nice and free and exhale. Curl and release. Working through the spine, inhaling and exhaling, letting go. And just take a note of how your spine is feeling. Whether it feels like it's moving freely or other areas which feel like there isn't much movement at all. 2 more rounds, close your eyes if you're comfortable. Just practicing in your own time. Good, and then come back to center, and I want you to take your hands forward, and we're going to just spread the fingers nice and wide. Again, inner elbows are turned toward one another. Curl your toes under, and then lift up and through your hips into downward dog. Downward dog, of course, being the fantastic hormonal balancer. Walking through the feet, dropping one heel at a time. Soften between your shoulder blades here. Beautiful. Inhale and exhale, drop the heels. Take a deep breath in downward dog. And then inhale, come back into cat. Open up the throat, curl through the spine, and back to pose of a child, this time with the knees hip distance apart. Let your belly be nice and soft and free. Take a deep breath here. Beautiful forward bend for egg quality. Inhale into cat. Stretch through your throat. Take your hands forward. Curl your toes under. Come back into dog and keep walking through the feet. If you still feel tight in the backs of the legs, you can slow it right down if you want to. Become really mindful of the practice. Make sure you drop your head so that your arms are alongside your ears. Inhale and exhale. Take a deep breath here. Beautiful. And then inhale and curl the toes. Come back into cat. Open up the throat. And exhale. Come back into balasana, pose of a child. Releasing here, one deep breath. Belly nice and free. And then inhale, look between your hands once more. Come into cat once again. Take your knees out to the side. Now we're going to practice sexy cat. So I want you to circle the buttocks like you're painting a circle with your buttocks. And really releasing off the lower back and the pelvic area. Good. And then come back to center and reverse those circles. Should feel really good. Really just work on loosening this whole sacrum area. Keep your belly nice and free. Don't hold your tummy in. Just let it be nice and relaxed. Even subconsciously, we can hold our belly in and thus tighten the muscles in this area, which is good for core work, but not great for fertility. And then come back to center. Take a deep breath here. Beautiful. Take your hands forward. Bring your knees back into alignment. Tuck your toes under. Come into downward dog now. And the body should be starting to warm up. Backs of the legs starting to feel nice and long. Walk through your feet if you still need to. Should be able to feel the blood coming down into the feet now. Toes and feet warming up. And then inhale. Come up onto your toes. Drop your knees so the shins are parallel with the mat. Lift your hips up high And then sink your heels down. Just a couple of deep breaths here. Allowing downward dog Ardha Mukha Svanasana to balance the whole of the endocrine system. One more deep breath. Good, and then inhale. We're going to come back into cat, and from cat we're going to gently lower our body all the way. Beautiful, keeping the hands close beside the chest, elbows tucked in and the tops of the feet flat to the mat. We're going to come up gently into Bhujangasana, keeping the belly on the mat. Looking straight ahead. Also an excellent pose for egg quality. One more deep breath here. Good, and then allow your body to rest. Take hold of your inner elbows and then just rest your forehead to one side, whichever side feels comfortable for you. And I want you to breathe down into your belly. So as you breathe in, feel the belly push into the mat. And as you exhale and release it, feel the belly drop back gently back to the spine. We're going to stay here for a couple of minutes. Allowing the breath to really deepen. Allow your exhalation to be longer than your inhalation. And as you breathe out, let go of your day. Completely coming into this moment now. And then when you're ready, turn your head to the other side. Continue to breathe. Two more deep breaths here. Beautiful. Now we're going to come to lying on our back. So you can either just roll over as simply as that into Shavasana and practice from here. I'm just going to turn myself around because I'm more comfortable with my head down the other end. Now we're going to do another pose for egg quality, and what we're going to do is we're going to gently bend our knees up. And I want you to bring your feet in as close to the buttocks as is comfortable for you, but I want you to keep your feet hip distance apart. Excellent. This is Setu Bandhasana bridge pose. Arms nice and long beside the body, palms facing down. Just tilt your pelvis a little so you can flatten out your lower back on the mat. And then when you're ready, I want you to just inhale and gently tilt your pelvis up towards the spine. And then exhale, release it. Nice and subtle movement. Inhaling, coming a little bit more. Spine coming off the mat, and exhale and release it. Inhaling now, coming up. So the shoulders, the neck, the back of the head stay on the mat. And then exhale and releasing. Inhaling. Exhaling. Inhaling. Exhaling. And this time, we're going to come up, but as we do, we're going to raise the arms up and over their head. And exhale, bring the arms back down beside the body. Inhaling. Exhaling. Inhaling. Exhaling. And you should be feeling the warmth start to build up in the thighs and into the uterus once more. Inhaling. Exhaling. And once more, inhaling. And exhaling all the way back down. This time we're going to come up and hold it. So I want you to keep your arms long beside your body. And this time inhaling up to wherever you're comfortable. And then coming up onto your shoulder blades and interlacing the fingers if that's comfortable for you. Or as I like to do, bending the elbows, supporting the hips, coming up onto the toes, and taking 5 deep breaths here. One more breath. And then release your hands, your shoulders. Roll back down vertebrae by vertebrae and hug your knees into the belly. It should feel really good after that back bend. Place your hands over your knees, keeping the body nice and warm and making small circles on your lower spine. Close your eyes if you're comfortable. Should be starting to feel nice and relaxed. Good. And now reverse those circles. Hug the knees into the belly. Lovely. Now we're going to come into Supta Baddha Konasana. So I want you to take your 2 pillows or your 2 bolsters and place them either side of your mat. We're going to place them about at knee height because we're going to allow our knees to fall down onto them. I also want you to place a folded blanket underneath your head so as not to get my body cold. I'm actually going to lie on the length of my blanket. And then I want you to take your strap or your scarf. So this is a deeply restorative pose to just rebuild the chi and the energy after all the IVF and the IUI have taken out of the body. That's good. Beautiful. And then I want you to just wrap this around your wrists. Soles of the feet together, knees out to the side. Tuck your chin in and just deeply relaxing. Breathing down into the belly as we did in Makrasana, crocodile pose. Right down into the fallopian tubes, the ovaries, the uterus. And as you exhale, release any tension in this area. I want you to bring your awareness to the muscles in your face. Release each muscle in the face, letting them go. Allowing the lips to curl into a gentle smile. Feeling the effect of that smile on the lips and on the eyes. And when you're ready, breathe this smile all the way down into the uterus. Just breathe that feeling down to the ovaries. Breathing in this beautiful smile. And breathing out and encouraging the body to flow. Becoming one with the body once more. Three more deep breaths. Good. And then release your hands. Take them out to the side. Palms facing upward. Feel the tingling in the palms. Feel the whole body as one. And then float your eyes open. Gently roll up. And just take your blanket to one side. And place your pillows at the end of your mat. Lying all the way back down on your mat now. And you can either practice this pose with knees bent or extended, depending on the strength of your lower back. If you're weak in the lower back, bend up your knees, place the soles of your feet on the floor. If you're strong in the lower back, then I want you to have the legs extended. Using your strap now, bend up the right knee. Place your strap around the sole of that right foot. And then with your right hand, draw that leg in towards the body. If you feel any resistance, with your exhalation, let it go. Inhaling here and exhale. Take the leg out to the side with your right hand. Place your left hand over your left hip. Make sure that both buttocks are firmly on the mat. One of our strongest poses for fertility. Working into the liver meridian. Inhaling, bringing the leg back up, taking hold of the strap in your left hand now. Exhaling, take it over your body, but you don't want that buttock to ride off the mat. We're not coming all the way over the leg. Hips are as square as possible. Now working into the gallbladder meridian. Coming back into center, taking the strap again in the right hand, Bring the leg a little bit closer to the body. And then exhale, release the strap. And release that leg all the way down to the mat. See if you can feel the difference in the two sides of the body. Right leg should be feeling nice and long. And now, working with the left leg, strap around the foot, bending up that right knee if you did on the other side. And then gently bring that leg in towards the body. Should be able to feel a warmth at the womb. Inhaling and exhaling now. Take it out to the side. Place your right hand over your right hip. And then inhale. Take the strap in the right hand, take the leg over again, keeping both buttocks as much as possible on the mat, working into the gallbladder. If you find this painful, really use your exhalation here. It's your best friend. And then inhale, come back to center. Take the strap in the left hand, bring the leg in towards the body. Inhale here and exhale. Release the foot, release the leg, lying in Shavasana. Couple of deep breaths here. When you're ready, we're going to come into Viparita Karani, legs up the wall. Okay, so we're going to come into Viparita Karani by sitting sideways to the wall. And I've got my blanket stretched out nice and long, again, because this floor is really cold at the moment. And then legs all the way up the wall. Oh, let's come deeper. Legs all the way out the wall, and I want you to bring the tips of your thumbs, your forefingers together, yoni mudra, place it just beneath your belly button. And you should be feeling nice and relaxed. Again, breathe down into the belly. Inhaling here, we're going to exhale, take our legs out to the side. Again, working with that liver meridian for the last time in this practice. And then when you're ready, very gently bring one leg and then the other back to legs up the wall. Allowing the flow of blood from the feet and the legs all the way down to the uterus. And nourishing the womb and the ovaries. Taking a couple more deep breaths here. And then gently bend your knees. Roll off to one side. And make your way back to lying on your mat in Shavasana. Okay, so in Shavasana we want to be completely comfortable. I want you to have a pillow or a blanket under your head because ideally in Shavasana the chin should be lower than the forehead. If it is cold where you are, please have a blanket. And if you are feeling it in your lower back, I want you to take your pillow or your bolster and place it underneath your knees like so. Okay. Really comfortable Shavasana. We're going to do a 10-minute yoga nidra. So lying down on your mat. Arms are long beside the body, a little way out from the body. Palms are facing up. If that's comfortable for you. Make yourself completely comfortable on your mat. Inhale, and as you exhale, allow the weight of your body to sink down into the mat. The eyes to gently close. And bring your awareness to your jaw and soften the jaw, let it go. Bring your awareness to your shoulders and soften the shoulders, let them go. And bring your awareness back to the palms of your hands. Breathing out, allowing the hands to relax completely. Completely letting go. And release your thumbs. Release the forefingers, the middle fingers, the ring fingers, the little fingers, palms of the hands, back of the hands, the wrists, the forearms, the elbows, the upper arms, and the shoulders. Release the shoulders, let them go. Release the upper chest, middle chest, and the belly. The hips, front of the thighs, back of the thighs, the knees, the calves, the ankles, the heels, soles of the feet, front of the feet, the big toes, next toes, middle toes, next toes, little toes. Release the whole of the front of the body. The whole of the front of the body. Let it go. Bring your awareness to your pelvis and release the buttocks, the lower back, the middle back, the upper back, back of the neck, back of the skull, front of the skull, the face, the forehead, the eyebrows, the eyes, the nose, the cheeks, the lips, the teeth, the tongue, and the jaw. Soften the jaw, let it go. Soften the front of the neck, the throat, and finally soften into the heart space. Release the whole of the body. All of the body. Let it go. Very, very weight of the body on the mat. And gently wriggle your fingers, wriggle your toes. Bring your palms together and gently rub them together. And then place the palms over the eyes. And peel the palms away, let the eyes open. When you're ready, roll off to your right hand side. And then make your way up to a comfortable seated position. Gently close your eyes once more. Breathing down into the belly. Making a note of how you may feel differently at the end of the class than you did at the beginning. And thanking yourself for taking this time today. Bringing the hands to Anjali mudra, prayer pose at the heart. And bringing them up to the forehead for clarity of thought and an open mind. And to the lips for clarity of speech and kind speech. And the heart for an open heart. Om Shanti. Om Peace. Namaste.